I'm Roberto Ascione, and I'm the CEO at Healthware International, which is a consultancy and marketing firm that works for the healthcare space with a main core on digital marketing and innovation. Since about 20 years. We have offices in New York, London, Milan, and Rome, Italy, and with the HQ in Salerno. And we have been focusing a lot lately in the last 4 or 5 years on digital health and innovation space. So servicing not only the large scale clients as we have done in the past, but also emerging startups in order to help them to refine their products, grow scale, and get access to market. And here these days, I've had the pleasure to be the president for the Healthtech Summit 2016 that has been the largest edition ever in terms of applying companies and in terms of attendees, and has been an amazing experience. The health tech landscape in Europe, as all over the world, is clearly at a very rapid pace of development. There's a great momentum. What I think it's distinctive of Europe is that we are now in an acceleration phase. Of course, there's a lot more work to do to bring this to the level that we see in the US. But nevertheless, the attention around this event and other platforms throughout the region are showing the great momentum from both investors, strategic partners, so kind of stakeholders within the ecosystem, and of course entrepreneurs. There are a lot of open items when it comes to Europe, with probably a couple being how to allow these companies to accelerate and to grow faster, given Europe to some extent is not one single market. So there is a need of going country by country. So one of the topics that has been discussed is how we can create the conditions for these companies to really see Europe as kind of one market. So that has been quite interesting. And also, the other topic has been certainly to review and try to understand how to amplify the early leaders that are emerging, because we are starting to have companies that maybe not necessarily only in Europe, but maybe are European companies that went global, but how these companies that are paving the way can really be of example for others, and how the others can learn from these early leaders. So these are a couple of the various things that have been discussed during this couple of days. Healthtech Summit is a great platform for Europe because it's an event that has a very clear focus and a very clear mission, as all the Tech Tour structure, to really match the investors and the entrepreneurs. It's really all about facilitating access to the entrepreneurs, create a conversation alongside the presentations, and also the content that has been added more and more in the recent years, and this year through 3 panels, is really geared towards creating important learnings for this audience as well as for the investors present. So I think it's a great platform because an entrepreneur that gets selected, the simple fact that has been selected means a lot to the larger community, and the ability in 2 days to really, in a very focused way, have the possibility to gain feedback and discuss and establish conversations with a number of real significant players in the space. It's really great value rather than chasing kind of one by one during a bigger amount of time. And given speed is very important for these young companies, I think that's a great value that the Healthtech Summit adds to the mix.